So natalo ang Gilas Pilipinas sa 2 games nito against New Zealand sa score na 106-102 in double overtime and against sa Australia sa score na 92-49 na nag-result sa 2-4 na overall record sa first round nitong FIBA window. So against Australia, natalo tayo by 43 point, almost 50, medyo masakit. We played without Justin Brownlee, Junmar Fajardo scoring 8 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And then si Dwight Ramos scoring 9 points and 3 assists. And yun nga, it's a blowout game. Sobrang sama ng nilaro natin. Wala kahit isang player ang umiscore ng double figures. It was just an overall bad game. Di natin pwedeng sisihin na wala lang si Justin Brownlee. Maybe meron siyang impact, pero sa 43 points na pagkatalo, I don't think may magagawa siyang kahit ano para may panalo yun. Obviously, we are missing a lot of key players sa window na to. Wala si Kai Sotto, wala si QMB, wala sila Scottie Thompson and other guys. Pero, yun lang. I mean, it's a very tough game yung New Zealand game. Yung depensa ng New Zealand, they were very well prepared. Na almost yung 2 point guard natin in Juan Gomez de Leaño and RJ Abarrientos. Halos hindi sila makapagbaba ng bola. Maraming stretches talaga doon na kahit sabay sa court si RJ tsaka si Juan, parang si Dwight pa rin yung nagbababa ng bola kasi hindi talaga nila kaya. I think dito sa game na to, although it was a bad game and then everyone talaga, kahit naman sino nagkakaroon ng bad game, pero na-expose dito yung size ng guards natin. As much as I like those two, mamaya pag-uusapan natin yung epekto nilang dalawa as the new young point guards ng teams na to kasi very excited ako for them. Yun nga lang, nawala kasi yung excitement ko nung napanood ko yung laro na to kasi dito sa game na to against Australia, na-expose na sobrang liit talaga nila at nahihirapan sila magbaba ng bola. Kitang-kita na against a very structured defensive team and against taller and longer players, nahihirapan talaga sila mag-dribble. And so hopefully magawa ng paraan ng Gilas Pilipinas. I believe in Coach Tim Cone. So I'm sure, di ba, they're gonna go back to the drawing board and paghandaan talaga yan. Kasi yung Australia talaga yung pinakatinik dito sa atin sa Asia. Simula nung sumali yan dito eh. Yun, it's very sad and defensively we didn't do well. It's like lagi tayong nagbibigay ng open threes. Mabagal yung rotation natin sa defense. Sa tagal ng mga closeout. I think yun nga, hindi ko naman sinasabi na pangit yung depensa natin. Maraming effect yan dahil nga siguro tambak na. Without the presence of Kai Sotto, QMB, the big guys, epekto din yan. Yung fact na nahihirapan nga tayo magbaba ng bola, lahat yan may epekto kung bakit di sumushoot yung tira ng player, kung bakit, yun sa mental. And ito yung mental side ng basketball na if nothing is going well for you, minsan talagang landslide na yan. Talagang nothing talaga. Hindi ka na makakadepensa na maayos. Yung mga tira mo, hindi na rin papasok kasi may fatigue na. It's just the mental side of basketball na feeling ko players lang yung makakaget. If you played basketball in some level, magigets mo yung bagay na yun. Pero it was really a bad game for Gilas and hopefully they do something about it and they go back to the drawing board and actually formulate something or do something to be able to come back from that. Kasi going to the second round, medyo slim na yung chances nila. So hopefully they turn things around. And yung game naman against New Zealand, it was a very exciting game. That was a very bright game. Although natalo tayo sa score na 106-102. The fact na umabot ng double overtime yun and sobrang dikit lang nung laban. And this is with Justin Brownlee scoring 6 points lang ba? Sa game na to, dito lumabas yung gusto nating makita for the longest time. Yung laro ni Carl Tamayo, ni Kevin Kembao, and ni Juan Gomez de Leaño. And syempre given na si Dwight Ramos. So for this game, Juan Gomez de Leaño scored 23 points with 6 rebounds and 4 assists. And then si Kevin Kembao as a 2 guard scored 23 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. Si Carl Tamayo as a 3-man for this game, ginawa ng tres si Carl Tamayo, which is something that I believe he should play. And he did well. Finally, nag-breakout na siya with 17 points and 4 rebounds. And syempre si Dwight Ramos with 18 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists. And a loss, yes, a loss, and a very positive loss para sa team. Alam ko walang moral victories. A loss is a loss. Alam ko lagi natin sinasabi yan na hindi porket dikit dapat matuwa na tayo. No, kailangan panalo. Pero ang gustong-gusto ko kasi dun sa nangyari na yun is nakita natin na kapag binigyan mo ng minutes itong mga young guys na to, kaya na nila. Parang it's their turn. Sa kanila na to eh. Dapat, diba? Kasi for the longest time, kilala naman natin si Coach Tim Cone being someone na over-reliant sa mga veterans niya, having a small rotation of players. So, minsan nakaka-frustrate na hindi naglalaro sila QMB, sila Carl Tamayo. Ngayon, finally, in-unleash sila and they proven that that they can play internationally. Itong mga to ay international basketball players. These are guys na naglalaro sa Japan and nagkaroon na experience sa Korea and all that. So lumabas na ng Pilipinas itong mga players na to and I believe na itong mga players na to, these are generational type of talents para sa mga Pilipino. You know, having a 6'7", 6'8" Carl Tamayo like that, who moves like that, and now plays as a 3, can shoot from the outside, you know, has good footwork. I think that's a generational talent. Never pa tayo nagkaroon ng ganong kalaking player na ganong gumalaw. So, which is a blessing. Same as Kevin Kiambao at 6'5", 6'4". Di ko alam yung tunay niyang height kasi laging nag-iiba. And now, they're playing him as a 2. Nagsimula yan, 3, 4. Parang sentro pa nga yan nung high school. Tapos ngayon, 2 na siya. The skill set that he has, having a good basketball IQ, magaling pumasa, being unselfish as a 2 guard, can shoot from the outside, has a powerful, you know, floater or hook shot ba, isa sa mga favorite move niya. Very skilled si Kevin Kiambao. Nag-try pa nga yan sa NBA, although he didn't make it. But, you know, Kevin Kiambao is one of the guys talaga na pinapangarap ko na talagang ibabad na siya. And although nagkalat nga siya nung last window, I think nabawi naman niya yun dito sa game against New Zealand. Yun nga, and Juan Gomez Deleaño is someone, he's very dynamic and I like Juan Gomez Deleaño. Although hindi siya katangkaran at 6'1", yata ang listed height niya, but he's very shifty. He's a dynamic player. He's very skilled, can go left and right, can play make, can shoot from the outside, can do a lot of things. And kung titingnan mo yung mga point guards na naglaro for Gilas in the past, wala pa tayong player na kagaya ni Juan, di ba? From the LA Tenorio, Jason Castro, Jimmy Alapag. Those guys are great point guards. Pero yung mga yun, mga below 6 feet eh. And never pa tayo nagkaroon ng ganito ka-athletic, ka-dynamic na point guard. So, very excited ako sa addition niya. Although, yun nga, medyo against Australia na exposed lang na hindi yung defense niya obviously has always been the question, but then again, di ba, hindi naman kilala as defensive player sila LA Tenorio and those guys, di ba? Pero he showed out, although medyo na-exposed lang siya against Australia, pero against New Zealand pinakita niya yung kaya niyang gawin kung bibigyan talaga siya ng minuto at kung bibigyan siya ng green light talaga ng coach. So I'm very happy for that. And Dwight Ramos is obviously my favorite local player. He's always been very consistent. Ang gagawin ni Dwight, he's always gonna produce his normal little bit of everything with a little bit of with his scoring. Yun yung mga typical numbers ni Dwight Ramos eh. Although we can argue, hindi ko alam kung hot take ko lang to, pero I think medyo siya yung nagpatalo ng game. sorry for the Dwight Ramos fans. I'm a Dwight Ramos fan, pero feel ko lang talaga yung foul niya nung medyo late game is yung nag-cost ng game kahit umiscore siya ng 18 points. Ako lang naman yun. It could go honestly both ways. Pero yun nga, Dwight Ramos did his thing. Alam natin yung kayang gawin ng isang Dwight Ramos. It was a very interesting window for Gilas kasi sobrang na-excite na lahat ng tao, although talo nung game against New Zealand dahil sa pinakita. You know, despite Justin Brownlee really struggling, nakita natin kung paano tayo binuhat ng locals. And hindi lang basta ng locals, yung young core na wini-wish ng maraming fans na magkaroon na talaga ng minutes. So, ayun, naging positive siya kahit talo, lalo na double OT. And then, pagdating naman sa game sa Australia, it was a blowout. And yes, hindi naglaro si Justin Brownlee. Could have made a difference. I don't know kung mapapanalo niya yung game, di ba? Pero yun, yung opinions tuloy ng fans is very sinasabihan na ng parang baka time na daw ni JB mag-retire, ganyan. He's aging, he's still good, he's aging. Kung papalitan siya ni Benny Boatwright, for me, okay lang eh, kasi maybe it's the right time na din. And ang mga thoughts ko dito sa team na to, I think QMB and Kai Sotto could have made a really big difference, especially against dun sa New Zealand. I mean, natalo na natin yung New Zealand team with Kai Sotto in the lineup, and it shows you kung ano yung effect, kung ano yung dinadala ng isang Kai Sotto sa Gilas. And unfortunately, wala siya. And si QMB din ay injured. Pero I believe na yun nga, kung nandun silang dalawa, they could have made a really big difference. Pero yun nga, kahit wala sila doon, ang mga positive sides naman talaga na nangyari sa Gilas ay yung mga bagong additions kagaya ni Mike Phillips. Mike Phillips is someone na I'm very excited to be part of Gilas kasi never pa yata tayong nakakuha ng ganong height, ng merong ganong klaseng skill set. Maybe you can argue we had Mark Pingris who is 6'4", 6'5" na ganon ng laro, hustle, defense, rebound. Parang pag tinignan mo yung Mark Pingris, iba yung puso ng Mark Pingris, don't get me wrong. Pero yung athleticism, yung ganong klaseng rebounding at energy at motor na binibigay ni Mike Phillips, that's something else, man, na parang kailangan talaga ng team eh. And I believe yun yung energy at youth na kailangan ng team na to eh. So very excited for Mike Phillips. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see much of Balti, pero hopefully in the next windows, 'di ba, magamit na si Balti properly. He's also a 6'8" guy, can stretch the floor, is very skilled as a big man, has post moves. So I would love to see him play, get, meaningful minutes for Gilas. Pero yeah, that's that. Yeah, yun nga, anong susunod for Gilas, unfortunately, may chance pa naman, pasok pa naman tayo sa second round. Pero yun nga, with these two losses, medyo lumiliit na yung room for error, even according to Tim Cone, for the next few rounds. And hopefully, they do something about it. Hopefully, they turn things around, and hopefully, itong mga experiences na to is a good step for the program to move forward. Whether with Justin Brownlee or with Junmar Fajardo, or maalis na ba sila, I don't know. Pero I'm hoping for the best, and lagi naman tayo nakasupport sa national team, and walang hate, part lang yan ng process. Everyone has their own opinions, pero at the end of the day, si Coach Tim Cone pa rin naman susunod. And the only thing we can do is really support the team no matter what we believe in. Parang kailangan nila yung suporta natin bilang national athletes, and i-lessen natin yung mga hate. Okay lang yan, lahat tayo may sariling opinions, lahat tayo siguro basketball fans, okay lang yan. So kung gusto nyo, drop your comments, discuss natin yung mga concerns nyo or yung mga tingin nyo sa national team, pag-usapan natin kung may sinabi ba akong mali, and kung ano yung tingin nyo na dapat gawin ng Gilas moving forward. Dapat na ba tanggalin si Justin Brownlee, dapat na ba palitan si Junmar. Yeah, let me know down in the comments, and promise i-replyan ko kayo, and kita-kits tayo next time. Peace.